Bungie has responded to the roast, saying that they will never give up. Kotaku tweeted out right here saying everything in Destiny 2 is free right now, if you can convince anyone to play with you. So that's a slight dig there, right? And Bungie themselves respond to this saying, hope upcoming changes and Saga can prove that we haven't given up and never intend to. Okay, this post right here got 500 likes, and DMG, the Bungie principal communications manager, he's literally the principal, 1,700 likes. Ratios, Kotaku. Let's see what they're talking about here. Destiny 2's next expansion, The Edge of Fate, goes live later this month. It will provide the foundation for the struggling live service shooter for the foreseeable future. Oh man, they're really ripping into him here. And Bungie is making everything currently in the game free for all players on every platform. It's a pitch to get lapsed fans back into the fold and the uninitiated to take their first steps. But Destiny 2 has a lot to prove these days. Do you have a few friends interested in Destiny, but that hesitate to make the jump? Reads what sounds like a mid-level marketing scheme posted on the Bungie blog last week. Gotcha. Oh no. Good news. Let them know about the Destiny 2 Open Access Weeks. The promotion makes all existing expansions, episodes, raids, dungeons, and other activities free to play, grind, and loot until July 22nd, whether you're on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC. So would you say that this is a desperation move from Bungie? Would you say that they are struggling so much to acquire new players that the last card they can pull is just make everything free? Literally get everyone the chance to play the game. Is this them struggling? I think it could be indicative of that in some ways. However, I don't want to be so overtly pessimistic because I think that this is a really cool thing in general, because I do like this game, and I wish if more people tried it and it was all free, I think they might be like it too. I think they might want to play and enjoy some of the grind and some of the story and, you know, the gunplay of Destiny 2. I think it's a fun game. Obviously, got 20,000 hours in this. So I like that they're doing this, but it definitely does scream a little bit like desperation. We will do anything to get new players at this stage. This late in the game, I don't think enough people are going to get this news and be interested to make a meaningful impact. I hope it does reach enough people that it does get some new players. I don't see this as being like the absolute slam dunk, you know? Let's see what they're going to say here. It's meant to make it easier for people like me to convince our online gaming crews to give the long-running Spacescape shooter a try ahead of The Edge of Fate, which will include a fresh story arc, a new location called Kepler, and drastic changes to how Destiny 2's increasingly complicated slate of activities and goals is presented. The new thing is called the Portal, as well as much more granular updates to various aspects of the associated loot grinds, including armor stats and how power, effectively the player's level, is increased. Some of these changes are meant to streamline the experience for new players, get everyone feeling like they're starting from the ground floor, and make it feel more like morning in Destiny 2. Others sound as convoluted as ever. I have to agree, some of this is a bit complex. And if I dared mention them in any sort of detail to my friends, they would laugh me out of the group chat. Staggered power caps, new infusion core economies, seasonal resets, multiple rare armor tiers. Long gone are the days of shooting stuff until a purple orb drops and then gloating to your friends about it. The loot cave. He's referencing the loot cave. We are 11 years removed from the loot cave, and I should hope so. Can you imagine if we were just still sitting there shooting at the loot cave? Was that the most fun version of Destiny? Not by a long shot, but it was the one they all actually played with me. I can't help but feel like this is, even if it's true, it's like, it's a problem in and of itself, right? So if everyone played Destiny when it was at the beginning and at its simplest form, you can't stay there forever. The only other solution is to just keep launching a new Destiny game. You're just talking about going back to being like the box service game, right? Destiny 1, Destiny 2. You just want it to be easy and lazy and simple. You know, I shoot bad guy drop blue thing, sad. Bad guy drop purple thing, happy. Bad guy drop yellow thing, insane. You can only copy and paste to do that so many times anyways. The games have to have more depth, you know? And even if you got more people to play Destiny 1 during that period of time, I still don't think it would be the right decision for Bungie to constantly go the Call of Duty route and just come out with a new game every year. It just doesn't really mesh well with a game like Destiny, where you're meant to have a loot in a grind and a vault, right? My friends and I recently wrapped Elden Ring Night Reign, at least until the new Everdark Sovereign Reign bosses drop. I kept subtly plugging Destiny 2 at the end of our nightly sessions. The new expansion's coming, I nudge. It's a soft reboot, I lie. Before I can keep going, They are already groaning at me. I've tricked them into playing it at various times in the past. They have fun, at least until that familiar sense of shame envelops them as they run the same content over and over in exchange for the most marginal improvements to their power and arsenal. That is a pretty fair criticism, though. Grinding the same activity with very minimal variance from instance to instance for a piece of armor or weapon that is so marginally better, it's a criticism that's fair because you want to invest your time and get some more meaningful rewards. We know that this is a topic of power creep, and if every time you cleared a strike you got a noticeable increase in power, that multiplied times 3 months of grinding strikes is going to be insane. These reward treadmills were once the holy grail of the live service game. The way to keep people playing as developers rush to try and ship expensive DLC. That's true. They are now the exact type of pseudo-satisfaction loops that burn many people out. How else to explain my friends pouring almost 100 hours each into Night Rain, playing the same map and bosses over and over until they'd earned every achievement, with no loot or Star Wars crossover skins to show for it, and them still itching for a reason to come back. Meanwhile, their perception of Destiny 2 is that it's a slop-filled theme park with long lines and bad prizes. Damn, they go so hard on this. They go so hard on them. It's justified in some ways, though. I don't think they're out of line, but man, they're harsh. Not everyone is going to like Destiny 2. Most people are never even going to try it, but it doesn't help that those who are greeted by a slog that feels more like navigating a spreadsheet than playing a game where the best stuff, gear, raids, lore, is hidden or kept just out of reach until they've paid their dues. I will never stop trying to convince my friends to play Destiny 2. The game itself, on the other hand, feels like it gave up a long time ago. Damn. That's funny. It's such an interesting dichotomy, right? Where this guy really wants to play Destiny 2, right? The Kotaku writer, and his friends just don't want the grind, the chores, right? I've tweeted this a couple times and it's gone viral, which is just Destiny 2 needs less chores. And when you do grind and do an activity over and over again, it has to be dynamic enough that it doesn't feel like you're doing the same thing twice. In order to have the best armor possible, Saltagrepo, who's the world's first raider, has to do 827 clears of grass of the exact same activity. He clears the boss 827 times in a 1 week period. And that's what he needs to do. You're not ever going to convince a casual player to do this. You're not ever going to convince even a moderate hardcore player to do that many times. Only the most deranged, only the 0.01% will be doing that. And I'd say it deranged nicely to Saltagrepo. Playing that much fucking grass, playing that much of one activity for just that, the most tiny, minute, marginal advantage for that raid race, the tiniest advantage is insanity. And some will do it. He'll do it. Other world's first raiders will do it. I did it. I mean, I'm trying to compete in the world's first race. I'm trying to, at least place well. I'm not necessarily, I don't think I'm going to get world's first, obviously, but I think I'm going to at least, clear the damn thing and have some fun doing it. For me, it's more about having fun and clearing it with my friends. I'm still not doing 827. I don't know how many I did. Let me look up how many I did. Dungeon report. All right. Where's Grasp at here? Total full clear. Said 44 clears. I don't know if that was just in the last week. That might be my total full clears. Let's just say I did 44. A filthy casual, dude. This guy did 1,200 clears. They did 1,100 clears. 1,000, 900, 900, 900, 900, 850, 800, 700, 700, 700. And there's Saltagrepo at 700, right? Just think about the level of insanity. Saltagrepo was only the top 14 with 700. Someone did 1,200. Jeez. That's what they're talking about. They're greeted by a slog. You just have to grind the same mindless thing. Can someone explain to me why I'm stupid or why I don't? There's a disconnect. Why is it that we can't make activities have a certain level of variance in them? The time of day, like the activity could be night, day, the ads can be in different locations, have different behavioral patterns. If you have to grind an activity 100 times, let's say you're going to grind a strike, right? The inverted spire. Every time you grind it, it should be substantial to marginally different than the last time. The ads location. Now they're adding some elements to this, right? With banes. Like randomly you'll go in and there'll be like a drain bane. You're like, oh shit. Or randomly it'll be that bane. So like they're adding some variance. And that does create a unique experience each time. We need more of that. Bungie's starting to get there, but we need a lot more of that. Especially if you want someone to do 1,200 clears of an activity in a week, right? And I don't know that Bungie wants you to do this necessarily. I think this is more of a community's desire to accomplish things, but this is what the community will do if the loot is desirable enough. people will grind this level. It was interesting that Bungie responded to this article. They said, hope upcoming changes in Saga can prove we haven't given up, and we never intend to. So there it is. They haven't given up. We're still in this.